Hello and welcome to the October update from the Tau team. You're here with me, Fola. And without further ado, let's get into your Q&A questions. First question is from Dana Edwards, and he asks, if UI can be formally specified using Tau language, does it mean vector graphics, widgets, 3D, or what? What is the vision for what needs to be possible?
Okay, thank you, Dana, for that question. Basically, it'll probably be, if you're specifying UIs in Tau language, it'll probably be at the widget level. So you'll be able to, kind of like in HTML, where you can specify boxes, scrolling, elements, input and output lists, things like that. It'll probably be at that level. It definitely won't be at the 3D or vector graphics level. That's just way too low level to deal with. I think that's the vision of what could be possible. Basically, you describe what the interface should look like in Tau language, and Tau would be able to generate the HTML for it.
All right, fantastic. Thank you, Karim. And another question from Dana. He asks, can the Tau solver be used to optimize Tau language itself or TauNet? If so, how?
Thank you, Dana, for your question. Regarding the optimization of programs, at the end, you have to take into account that the solver just compute valid set of values for the given equation. If you are able to somehow formalize what is an optimal program for you, you could solve the equation, taking into account that. But I think that the problem will be to find a good definition of optimal program.
All right, fantastic. Thank you, David. And the next question is from V. You've got a couple of questions from V here. They ask, how do compute scaling laws impact the efficiency and effectiveness of Tau? And how much could be done on consumer hardware?
In principle, how fast things will work, how the performance will be good or good enough for the intended purposes of the system, we will just have to try and see. There is not really way to predict it, and if it will not be good enough, then we will have to optimize more and see what to do. I'm generally optimistic, but it's not 100% optimism. It's not that I'm absolutely sure that it will all be fine from the performance perspective.
All right, fantastic. Thanks, Ahad. And the next question is, could a probabilistic extension of Tau, as in log, add capabilities, or is logic enough to cover all?
In principle, logic is enough to cover all. In principle, you can formulate this kind of probabilistic logic directly in the language. We didn't try it, so we will have to see.
All right, and V's last question. What is the impact of Tau on the cybersecurity market?
So yes, absolutely. We do expect Tau to have a very positive impact on cybersecurity. I mean, the whole fundamental guarantees of Tau, that it guarantees a correct by design software, that also means secure software, because that's because you would probably have constraints as to the security of the software. For example, one of the examples we often give is never send private data over the network. And implementing such a constraint in C++ would be next to impossible, but in Tau, you can do that with a single line of code. So that's an example of how Tau can improve cybersecurity.
Yep, and we've got a section on our website on the Tau product page, which dives a little bit deeper into some of these ideas. The next question is from Sir Andrew, and he asks, once Tau language and testnet is launched, should users need to put minimum Agoras into the testnet wallet to participate in the discussion of the fully user-controlled blockchain?
No, we will not release the initial rules in this way. But of course, as you know very well, the users will be able to change it later.
All right, and the next question from Dana is, for TauNet testnet, do we have the capability to build a decentralized oracle and a decentralized bridge using Tau language, so we can vampire attack the crypto ecosystem?
I think in principle, the way the initial testnet is designed, then in principle, yes. In practice, I don't know.
All right, and the next question from Dana is, can Tau language specify interfaces, inputs, outputs, and behaviors for neural network training in PyTorch, for example, learning rate and convergence, by linking abstract functions to external Python code?
Yes, this is not very hard. However, you will lose reasoning capabilities at least for the part that is interfacing non-logical components.
Troy, the Tau contest of 200 Agoras was rolled out on Twitter. I pushed my friends to participate, and there have been no winners until now. Well, we've actually already started to pick winners. I'm pretty sure Killian has already reached out to the winners that have been selected. If not, we already know who's been selected, and Killian will be reaching out very, very shortly. Thank you so much for the question there. We're still looking and scraping the socials for additional winners. So maybe Killian is going to reach out to everyone at the same time. But maybe some of you have already started to receive some contact from Killian.
Well, first of all, thank you for participating and for your dedication in spreading the word. There's been some great responses, and the winners have recently been notified, so your friends should know by now if they won. Thank you.
And the next question is from Sun, and they ask, the potential of Tau is so big. What's the chance IDNI is bought by big corporations or a tech company, or even acquired by a country? At the moment, as you guys know, we are looking for a VC investor. So the likelihood that we will receive some kind of VC input to the project, which will entail them being able to give us the backing, not just from a financial perspective, but also to grow and scale the project and to what you guys know and love in terms of the full outcome of the TauNet. But we won't be completely selling the project off, and that's not in the pipes or the ideas of what we're looking to do right now. The next question is from KPI, and they ask, are LLMs useful in any part of Tau? And what can people do with machine learning or LLMs experience to contribute to Tau?
LLMs are amazing tools, and their applications are quite wide, but their nature is probabilistic. How LLMs can be helpful with Tau? Of course, they can act as a bridge between natural language and controlled natural language under supervision, and this is the most obvious case of using LLMs with Tau. In this field, of course, people with LLMs and the machine learning experience can be helpful to help us build that bridge later. Also, we had a couple of questions on LLMs last month, so I urge you to check on them also. Thanks.
The next question is from Dana, and he asks, following up last month's question, can an automated formal specification generator specified in Tau language be used to generate network specifications, which are referred to as distributed systems in Taba?
First, let me tell you that what is written in Taba in that section, that's very drafty. Don't take it very literally. But if I understood the question correctly, the general answer is yes, because Tau language is a language that specifies programs where the inputs and outputs of those programs are themselves Tau specifications. So it can manipulate to a certain level Tau specification and output some complicated Tau formula.
All right, fantastic. And the next question is from Dana. Again, amazing. If we can specify machine learning programs, is it theoretically possible to specify a formal specification generator in such a way that the optimal specification evolves from discussion?
You make a link between machine learning and specification being optimal. I don't know what machine learning has to do with any form of optimality. And specifically for optimality, it of course depends on what do you mean by optimal, right? So in the Tau language, it will be optimal in the sense that you are guaranteed that 100% of what you said is going to happen.
All right, and the last question is from Rebellion, and they ask, community plays a big role in the development of every project. As the community of TauNet, what does the team suggest Agoras to do during the period as a user and developer?
That's a great question. You can spread the word with your friends. We also prepared a deck for the community to share, which gives an amazing concise overview about our project. You can find a link to it in the video description and in one of our latest Medium articles dedicated to exactly that. And also, if you're interested in using Tau language for software development, We highly advise you to familiarize yourself with first order logic and Boolean algebra, and of course Tau language directly. So yeah, a lot of things you can stick your head or nose in. Thank you.
All right, fantastic. That is the end of the questions for the October Q&A. Thank you so much. And as always, we will see you on Telegram and the rest of our socials. But get ready to start playing with the Alpha Tau language in November. Cheers.